On the USDJPY too as well, it has been a positive week for us on the USDJPY, as we had buy opportunities, we had selling opportunities as well, which were quite profitable for us on this pair. Now look at the situation we have here since the beginning of the week. Remember, we were sitting on a strong demand zone at the beginning of the week, which was at around the 135.500 level. It was quite a huge demand zone here, where price has been respecting that level for quite some time. We identified this on the daily time frame, and when we looked at what was happening at the beginning of the week, we saw how price action fell within a channel right above that demand zone. And at that point, I told you how it's more visible for price action to break out of the resistance level of that channel than the breaking down of the support line of that channel. And what we saw here was quite interesting. That was on Tuesday stroke Wednesday. We saw the breakout of the 136.00 level for the first time this week, and then we saw the breakout of the 136.200 level, which gave us some positions on the buy side. And we were able to ride the move all the way up into the structure, as the first position closed with about 150, the second position closed about 140, and the third position closed with about 60 pips in profit. So we had roughly close to about 400 pips on the USDJPY before the sell pressure resumed. Now on Tuesday, on Wednesday's live session, we identified the structure here after connecting the series of higher lows with the hopes that price might continue to the upside. So we said this bullish trend line here will guide our trading activity for that day. That was on Wednesday, and we said if a breakdown of that trend line happens, which also shares a confluence with the 137.500 level, would definitely want to be selling at that point. So with a sell stop order below the 137.500, we had our sell stop order triggered at that point, and since then price action rode all the way down into the 136.00 level. And if you remember what we said about the structure on Wednesday, we said that we want to be having our TP target around this area, and that area also will be serving as a buy zone for us whenever we start seeing buy pressure around that area. And we got this area as a result of using our Fibonacci retracement tool after running it through the previous impulse leg here. And we all knew that the bearish momentum we began to see on Wednesday might likely be a retracement of the previous impulse leg, and we were looking for the culmination of that retracement phase somewhere within the 50 and the 78.6% of the previous impulse leg. And with the look of things here in the last couple of days, it appears that this is what is actually happening here. As you can see, price action had continued to find buy pressure within that area, and look at what we have right now. I hope you have a position running here. In fact, I have a simple chart here to further buttress this. So if we scale down to the 30 minutes time frame, I hope you actually took advantage of this opportunity. So this is what I saw here on the 30 minutes time frame last night, and this is the 136.00 level, which was the resistance point at the beginning of the week. And as you can see here, as soon as price got back into the 136.00 level, a level which was broken out of at the beginning of the week, which also triggered our buy position, we begin to see buy pressure resume from that area. And with the situation we have here, price action trading between the 136.450 and the 136.00 area, it is more reasonable to look out for a breakout of this channel to give us a trading opportunity. And what we saw here during the early hours of today was a breakout of the 136.450. In fact, the market gave us quite a lot of opportunity. That is, if you had missed the first, second, third, fourth, fifth position opportunity, you would, in fact, it has been quite a lot of opportunities here as price action continued to retest the 136.450 level. And this also led to another breakout of the 136.750, which also triggered another buy position here. So currently I have two positions running out in this one, and worst case scenario, you definitely have a position running at this particular point in time. So now that we are going into the New York session today, what is going to be our plans on the USDJPY? Well, for me on the USDJPY, I continue to remain bullish on this one as I continue to guide my bullish momentum to the upside on this one. And for those who are taking advantage of this bullish momentum here, well done to you guys for being on standby to have caught that move, and let's see how far this bullish momentum will go. And in order to guide our trading activity for today, we want to see price action continue to trade above the 136.450 for us to feel comfortable in this buy position. And if we look at the previous low here, we have it here, and as you can see, price finds a higher low. And what do you think we do whenever we sight this kind of structure? Well, the next thing we do is to connect the series of higher lows together. I'm not sure the trend line, the line chart here has a good formation to capture the truth behind this higher lows here. So because of this sharp one, so I would like to make this fit into this. So just in case, hold on a second, let me double this trend line. I will double it and make one a major one, and make the other one the temporary one. So let's have it like this. So I have a major one down here, so I'll be giving this a blue color. Let me make it more blue. Then I would give it also a blue color, but make the pixel a little bit lighter than the previous one to give us that temporary outlook on this one. So this is what we have here right now. So price action has been finding higher lows on this chart, so this further confirms or buttresses the fact that we might be seeing a trend continuation to the upside. So I'm looking forward to price continue to the upside, even into the NFP for today. Now, for those who had missed out on this opportunity here at the 136.750, well, I will be advising you to remain patient at this point for the market structure to mature or evolve into a pattern that will be supporting that trend continuation to the upside. And what are the likely things that we can see here that will give us that leverage to add more position or join this USDJPY? Well, I want to see price action probably come back to retest this bullish trend line, which fortunately shares a beautiful confluence with that 136.750 level. As you can see here, it shares a beautiful confluence with it. So if it comes into that structure and we start seeing buy pressure above that level, then this will be an opportunity to join. And if you're already in this trade, it's an opportunity to add more position to your existing trade. However, if price action breaks down the 136.750, we still have a bust up here at the 136.450 area, which also shares a confluence with that major trend line that we have here. So buy pressure above that level will definitely welcome additional position, and if you are not yet in this trade, it will welcome an opportunity to buy. And if a further breakout of the 136.750 from this level happens, we want to be adding more position to our existing trade. So this is what we shall be looking forward to buy the USDJPY for today. So we are going to be using the bullish trend line and the 136.450 as a yardstick for a bullish momentum to the upside. So what this simply means is that if price action continues to trade above the bullish trend line and the 136.450, we are going to be comfortable in our buy position. So we can look out for structures around this area to add more position at its maturity. Now, in as much as we look out for buying opportunity, you know my character here, you know how we do it here. We always tend to keep other options open just in case if price action does the opposite of what we are saying here. We are always prepared to be able to take advantage of that opportunity. So in order not to get caught in a dilemma of not knowing what to do if the contrary happens, we always try to indicate these expectations too as well. Now, the situation here is looking bullish anyways, but if the contrary happens in such a way that we have price action breach both this bullish trend line to the downside, breaking down the trend line and the 136.450 level, this is a sign, this might likely be a sign that we might be having a momentum shift. But remember, we are not having a sell stop order at all in this kind of situation, as we need a confirmation to happen before we want to be joining that decline to the downside. And the confirmation will always come, or is likely going to come, in the form of a retest of structure it could be the retest of the major bullish trend line here, or the 136.450 area, or it could go as far as retesting the 136.750 area. But the most important thing we want to be seeing is selling pressure below the structures on our lower time frame to give us that confirmation that we want to be joining a decline to the downside. So the only thing we want to be seeing here that will support a sell momentum in this market is price action breaking down the structure to the downside. So this is what I will be looking forward to on the USDJPY for today. I'm open towards a bullish momentum here, but if the contrary happens, we are going to be on standby to catch that move.